Today is the 26th of March 2019, and it looks like they are in great numbers. So what I'm here to do today is put a bee escape above the brood chamber, and I probably add another chamber above it, but put a bee escape in there and remove my boxes tomorrow morning. As I'm putting this video together, I just have to laugh at myself. That's all I can do. This was the first time I took my bees anywhere to collect honey, and there's a lot I didn't know. But these videos, really the purpose for them is for me to document my progress along the way. I've learned a lot about beekeeping, but there's just so much more to learn. Okie dokie. I gave a little smoke just a second ago to the bees, and I think you'll be able to tell they've really calmed down. You can see there, they've gone inside. When I got here, they were swarming all over the front. But the goal today is to put a bee escape inside the hive above the queen excluder. I'm going to try to get everything out of these top boxes, and another thing we're going to do today is assess what kind of honey we have stored up in the top. Today's March 26th. I think it's been about 2 weeks since I was out here last. I'm really not expecting to see much. I really do hope that this chamber here is filled up, but like I said, don't have any idea. We're going to go find out. Last time I came here, I had a bad ant problem in here, and they are still somewhat in there, but not too bad. What we have in here right now are bees. That's a good thing. I'm seeing bees all over the top here. Couple ants here and there, but I don't see the colony like I did last time. Matter of fact, I was here 2 weeks ago. I just killed more of that colony in my garage at home, 3 hours away, just this morning. I don't see any hive beetles, lots of bees, so we got what looks to be a really good population. So I'm pretty happy with what I'm seeing so far. They are killed about 10 ants with a swipe of my hive tool. I'm just going to pull one of these boxes, one of these frames out up here in the top. I've got it in a 9 frame configuration right now, specifically because I wanted them to draw out the comb a little bigger for honey, collect a lot of honey in there. They have filled this. It is all nectar. Holy jeez. Hive beetle. Just killed him. Alright. I'm going to bring this over and show it to you. What we have here is a frame just like nicely filled out with honey. I mean, this thing weighs at least, right now I bet you it weighs a pound, maybe 2 pounds, but hope the camera's focusing on that. But it is nicely filled out with nectar. Not yet capped, unfortunately, but we can have them do that at the house. Going to take a peek at the outside frame, because that'll give us a good indication on how much they've collected in total. Not quite as heavy. Matter of fact, there's not really anything on the outside here. Just a tiny bit of nectar on the outside. And I think the same goes for the next frame over. So because of what we see in the middle of this hive, I'm guessing that I'm going to see a good amount in the deep. So let's go down into the deep. You know what? They've not even, when I positioned these, I didn't have all drawn out comb, so I put, it looked like some empty frames in there, hoping that they would really get busy and fill these combs out, or these frames out. But they've not done anything to, one, two, the first two are totally empty. The second one, they've drawn out the inside of it. This three, or say 4, 5, 6, 7 are completely drawn out. 8 is drawn out only on the left side somewhat, not always, not all the way, and 9 is not even touched. But let's go ahead and pull a frame out of here anyway. I'm gonna go here. This is what we came for. This frame probably weighs 5 pounds or more, 5 to 7 pounds, I bet. A lot of capped, a lot that they're working on capping right now. You can see that. This is the second honey chamber, so we've got all like almost filled with nectar, and then we have a lot of capped at the top. On the back side it's similar, but the back side's, you know, filled with nectar. They just need to cap it, or almost filled with nectar. The next frame in is just about the same way. So we've got about 1, 2, we got 4 frames like this in the deep chamber. A lot of that comb was stuck on the bottom. Little burr comb. It's funny they work on this burr comb when they have all this great perfect space to put comb on these frames, and this number 1 is not even drawn out. Number 2 is empty on the left, full on the right. We got full all the way across the rest of it. So we have 8.5 full, or I'm sorry, 7.5 full frames in the medium here. I'm gonna take this medium off and then put on the bee escape, and I probably should put another box under there. I'm gonna put on this medium box because it has actual drawn comb in it. Look at this. We got a drone up here in the top. Must have hatched out. Wasn't able to get down. Another one died. Because if you remember when I came last time, this box had been laid in, and then I put the queen excluder above it, and I'd seen there was quite a bit of drone comb. There's a drone right there. A couple dead drones they're trying to get rid of. I'll help them out. Some dead bees in there. I'm gonna go ahead and take one of these frames out. The middle frames were capped brood, and then I spread them apart. Put the queen excluder above them. So what I'm hoping to see today, get out of there. What I'm hoping to see today is that all that brood's hatched out and they've filled it with nectar. It's kind of light, so I don't think that's the case. They haven't even had a chance to fill it with nectar. They're trying, they've got some up around the outside, but it's not what I was hoping to see. We'll take what we can get. There's honey, and there's capped honey in there. Go to the outside frame here. This is a new comb. So they've drawn it out nicely. It's full of nectar, capped on the top a little bit. No brood anymore. So I guess all the brood has since hatched. That's good. Oh, there's one. Three capped cells on this frame. And then they're filling with nectar. Before you hear the craziness that's about to come out of my mouth, I just want to reassure you that what I'm about to say isn't what I did. I actually extracted the orange blossom honey before taking the hive to the panhandle to collect Tupelo. You know, this year what I planned on doing was collecting my orange blossom honey and then collecting Tupelo honey, but I think what's going to happen is I'm just going to take these frames unextracted up to Tupelo country and let these bees continue with what they're doing and just add Tupelo to this orange blossom, and it's going to be a mixture. Just because they're, you know, give them another couple weeks and they'll have some of this capped off, and then whatever they collect before Tupelo blooms, through Tupelo bloom, they'll be able to fill out the rest of these three chambers. I just don't think that it'd be a good idea to extract what I have right now, being that some of these frames aren't completely filled out. I'd really like to have the frames totally filled out before I, you know, extract the honey. So, still command decision to make. You know what? I just figured it out. What I'm doing, I'm going to put it on just like I came here to do. And I'll make my determination about what I want to do later on. All right, mission accomplished here today. Came here to assess and add a bee escape to the hive. I've installed the bee escape and found that not as much honey as I would have liked to have collected. I think, you know, next year, I learned a lot this year. I learned when I need to be out here, and had I been out here when I needed to be out here, I would have filled probably 2 boxes. I bet I could have filled 2 deeps, but I got out here a little late. So collectively what I have honey-wise is 1 deep, I bet. If I would have just left 1 deep on here, I'd have been good. But I, you know, did it kind of squirrely. I was trying to get them to build some more comb. I'm new, so I don't have many built out comb frames, so I needed some more frames built with comb. So I added some empties when I should have added some drawn that I already had. Live and learn. So anyway, we got the bee escape on. I'm gonna leave it tonight, come out here tomorrow, take these boxes, put them in the car, wrap these up, and take them back to Jacksonville. So join me next time as we extract some of this delicious orange blossom honey with our new honey extractor. If you got any questions, leave those comments down below, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.